Hi guys, my name is Michelle, also known as Natural Born Witch. I'm the reader here on YouTube. Here to do another video. This one I want to do on a reading on Twitch. What Twitch has to say, basically. Stephen Laurel Boss, aka Twitch. Um, I got a cold. I'm just getting over a cold, so if I'm kind of raspy. If I cough, I'll try to stop if it's getting out of hand. But just AKA or for your information, FYI. So today I'm going to call forth Stephen, Twitch boss, Laurel boss. He was born September 29th, 1982. And he was unalived. We have to say unalived, of course, for YouTube. December 13th, 2022, at that oak tree. And now I spoke to him earlier, a couple days ago. A lot of the celebrities I read on and different people, energy I read on, I do a few times, especially ahead of time of taping, kind of like to get a feel of where the conversation is going and kind of how they're feeling and how well I'm able to tap into them and that too. I use talking cards. I use a bunch. I have a whole bunch of tarot cards. There's a lot of tarot readers too. These kind of cards I made myself. Some of them I added to like tarot I had already. So some have the original pictures. Some I added like celebrities I want to read on, like Twitch. And I also have these type of um, cards too. Again, I made these, and they just got messages. I use them like I could call them like talking tarot. I even use pre-talking tarot cards. That way, when I read them, I right away get a message from. I either hear it or feel it, or when I look at the different words, they jump out as to what they're trying to tell me. So it helps. And also, a lot of these cards here have yes and no, so I can ask a lot of yes and no type questions and get a response from that. And then these are my natural born witch tarot I made. So I make a lot of tarot cards too, but they're all yeah. Oh, these are real. And that's the thing when I read on Twitch, I'll call him easy. He had a lot of energy when he came in. Cards were popping out everywhere on the floor every minute. Like he has a lot he wants to say. Um, he has a lot he wants to say. He's got a lot of energy, of course. Of course, he died young too. But when you're over there, age is not a thing. So and here's his picture there, right here. All right, so let's begin. I have to edit this a million times because it's never going to be, especially at the beginning. I'm not great at this, but I do want to record these because they're important, and a lot of times they got a lot of things to say, different people, and I want to chime in on how I feel about things. So I'll tell you for my pre-reading with Twitch. Um, he okay, so I I say, okay, so Twitch's energy comes through he's a very nice guy, very soft guy, like very sweet guy. That's the word. Um, he, I wasn't a huge Twitch follower. I do remember him from Dance with Do You Think You Can Dance? Um, I do remember him a few times from Ellen, but I never watched a lot. But the few times I do remember him, he was he was a nice guy, and that probably too nice for Hollywood is really the truth of it all. And but when he died is when I felt really bad because he seemed like such a nice guy, and it was a sad. his sad situation. So that's why we're here too. 'Cause do feel there's a lot more going on. It does have a lot to do with all this Hollywood stuff going on that caused him to end this. Again, and that's part of the reading too. We did address earlier. We did a pre-reading with him if he did it or not. Um, and the answers are very vague. It's like we'll get into it, but I know maybe this time it'll be clearer too. But a lot of maybes. I almost feel like he was there alone originally, but maybe someone came in, or when he's saying maybe, it's because even though he did, he didn't want to. That kind of thing. It's not a definite on that he just did this to himself and there was tons of money. The thing is, nearly when I did the pre-reading, nearly every pentacle, the coin card came out. There was so much money issues in this relationship, in this marriage, and that's basically what made him depressed or upset, or why the ending of all this. Maybe the investments went bad too. Lots of money issues, and there's a lot of talk about yeah, the wife, um, Allison. It was a lot of feeling of he did everything possible to make her happy, and for her happiness was the money, the finances, the status, the moving up in Hollywood, and they just couldn't, especially I think after the end of this Ellen show, to find jobs and different income that would come in and be stable and consistent was an issue. It was always a fight, and he so many cards came up that he tried new ideas, knew he new like the ace of wands would come up, the ace of sword, everything. He just tried new ideas, new things every time, and nothing, nothing. It was always a battle. He was constantly trying to keep the money going, keep the finances going, keep out of debt, pay the debt, pay the lifestyle that his wife wanted him to live. And if it was up to him, in the reading that I did with him, if it was up to him, he would rather just go live a old country life, like go live in somewhere quiet, Colorado, some regular suburbial place with the money they do have, and be happy. But it felt like it was the wife that wanted to be live this Hollywood life, wanted to live this high status type life, and he was not able to fulfill that. And that's where the demise came. What else? I do feel too, yeah, he was quite disillusioned with Hollywood, and everything going on with that. Not just financially, but things he saw going on. I think he really didn't want, again, he would rather just move somewhere quiet and live his life. He didn't really want much to do with this Hollywood stuff. He was so disillusioned. Um, we talk about Ellen. We'll pull more cards on Ellen. I'm not. Um, when I pull about kids, of course he loves his kids and stuff like that. But it almost felt like he just did not even have time to really spend a lot of time with these kids, and they're very young still, especially the two he had with Allison. He just was so busy trying to make those coins and trying to survive in Hollywood and kind of live up to this whole thing, that being a family man and being with his kids for and enjoying it. I guess it was not what he was feeling. He wasn't enjoying it because he wasn't able to enjoy the fruits of his labor. It was always a battle on making more money. So I do see too when I pulled that there was a little problem in the marriage at the end. I don't know if they were so good together or there was a lot of fighting. Maybe, when there's financial problems in a marriage, anyhow, is usually a lot of fighting. So I do get that too, that things weren't all so rosy as they were portraying on the public people. Okay. Yeah, with Ellen, he did talk about the demands of the job, just his disillusion with Hollywood. Okay, so the Hangman came up a lot too. Um, and that was usually around him seeing things now in a different perspective, since his passing, and that he wished his time here, he was able to see things in a different perspective. Um, he was just so boggled down with everything financially and with Hollywood and everything going on that he was not able to see clearly. And he wished he was able to. Wish he was able to see things more clearly when he was alive. He was definitely the Hangman came up so many times, and then now he's seeing things in a different perspective and obviously clearer, but he was not able to get there at the end. Um, and the Hierophant, the Hierophant card came up a lot. And the Hierophant card came up a lot. Um, that's that religious card or about nonconformity or conformity with that kind of thing. And came up a bit regarding, I asked him about his relationship with Diddy, and that was another kind of touchy weird situation. But I don't know. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I ended up ending our last reading because it was just getting to be a lot. I wasn't, I just could not go there at that time. Okay. Of course, does talk about being at peace now and mentally happier, obviously, and did work through a few things when he first went over. Um, everything looked obviously a lot clearer and he was able to see what was going on. Um, okay, so let's pull some cards. And I got a bunch of questions written here. So, Stephen Laurel Boss, aka Twitch, I'm calling you forward right now, okay? Conversation. Okay. And I'll show you a few of the cards as they pop out, but I'm not gonna be able to show you all. But I'll try to show you what I can. I'll try to show you a few of the cards. Okay. Oh, of course he popped out right away at the top. There he is. Okay, good. Let's see with these cards if any of the things pop out here. I do have cards about handlers, different if any of these cards will pop out for you. Yeah. Any slug cards. You sure these slugs are the star and the fool came out. Yeah. Because I slug out. All right, well, of course these can. What's this? Corey Gamble, Bernhardt. Liam came out. For some reason, I was thinking of what do you call him? What do you call him now? Can't remember. Elton John. He's okay. Thinking of him. And there he pops out in my cards. Okay, let's go on to the other tarot. We're gonna pull from these oracles. The ones I make, I usually call oracles because okay, these are like talking oracles. Let's see if we got any message right now. Stephen Boss or Twitch. I died fairly recently, 1 year to 5. I forgive you. Very good. I was a kind and giving person in life. Ooh, I died of being poisoned. Hmm. Your nephew, I'm your son. All right. Wow. Okay. I'm your nephew, I'm your son. So that's what came out so far of these cards. I'm your nephew, I'm your son for Twitch. Came out for Twitch. I'm your nephew, I'm your son. I died of being poisoned. I was a kind and giving person in life. I forgive you. And I died fairly recently, 1 year to 5 years ago. All right. So, we're off. We're off. Okay. Off on the run here. Okay. Okay, so these are like talking tarot. They have words and everything for card meanings. They have yes, no, they have different stuff. But I like them because my regular tarot don't. But I like these ones because I can get messages and words from them. And and so the first question then for you, Stephen, tell me about your feelings mentally and physically in the months or weeks right before you left this plane, your body, before you're unaliving. Tell me how you're feeling mentally and physically. Okay, so we got the what is this? Seven of Cups. We got in reverse. Mm. It talks about indecisions, um, aimless drifting. So the question was how he was feeling mentally and physically in the months to weeks right before he passed. And he was saying he felt basically indecisions. He felt like drifting, like he basically, like I was telling you, he felt very, very like mentally blocked. He could not think straight, and it had nothing to do with drugs and that. Something was going on that was really on his mind right before he left, right before he died. This card of avoidance, fear of change, fear of loss. Yeah, something was going on. Something was going on right before he passed, obviously. But it's not like just about depression or you know, some people do unalive themselves because there was something going on. And I think it has to do with finances, money, and all that. Tell me more about this, Stephen. The three of you call it, Three of Swords come out. Heartbreak, emotional pain, divorce. So, and again, he told me this earlier, things weren't great in that relationship before, before he passed away. Even though they put on, they always try to put on uh, uh, facade of being happily married, and they just celebrated their, anniversary. There was stuff going on in that marriage too. Um, and that is a card also of loss and depression. So, yeah. Um, let's ask him, does this have to do with your marriage twit? Your depression? Does part of this have to do with marriage, or is this all related to finances? Tell me what this sadness, depression, um, fogginess is all about. What does it involve? Oh, this is having trouble coming up. There's too many of them. I wonder what this all involves, Stephen. There we go. Okay. So we have here the Ten of Pentacles. Here we go, the money stuff. And it's in reverse. Here it talks about the dark side of wealth, financial failure and loss. Okay. Lack of stability, lack of resources. So again, I feel, obviously the relationship had issues, but when money is an issue in your relationship, you know, we all know, especially in the adults, um, I've been married, you know that if money is a problem, the marriage is in problems, But he's talking here about having a lot of financial problems, the dark side of wealth, which can be a lot of with that what's going on in Hollywood. They give you the money, but there's a price to pay for that money. Can you talk more about the dark side of wealth, Stephen? It has to do with Hollywood and what they expect of you. Give me more information on that, Stephen. See if I can get that. Oh, this is the right one. Okay, so this is Nine of Swords in reverse. So this talks about inner turmoil, um, secrets, worrying about something. So you see the guy, crying there, person worrying in the night. Tell me more, Stephen. Wow, it felt like it's gonna pop out. Mm, it's just it's the Nine of Wands in reverse. Struggles, and these came out all before too. Actually, that's why I like reading more than once because same cards pop out. It's true. Talks about being overwhelmed, paranoid. Um, yeah, lack of motivation. Chariot came out before too. Yeah, both these came out before too. Chariot. Chariot talks about movement though and determination. He flip flops. He talks about a lot of times about the problems and the struggles, and then a lot of these cards about moving forward and basically he was conveying that he tried everything in his power to get past problems, the financial issues, the whatever was going on, and he just could not seem to have to keep up, above his head above water, basically. So this is talking about movement and willpower and determination. Um, Usually the chariot's a card of forward movement and getting past obstacles and taking a path and going there. You got this card a lot too. This is a card of this is sword card again, the Six of Swords. This is a card about moving to calmer waters, and even it is a card of moving, going to a quieter place, getting away from problems, basically, that card, or trying to, anyhow. Um, okay, so I don't know. Seems like let's move on. Let's see what else we got. Can you talk about your marriage there, Twitch, Stephen? Um, Tell me a bit about your marriage to Allison. Was it a good marriage? Especially at the end. I'm talking about near the end. Last year, 6 months. How was your relationship with your wife? Tell me about that. Oh, there's one. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. So that's a no card. It's a card of exhaustion, giving up, overwhelmed. Tell me more about your marriage in the last 6 months to a year. We have the King of Wands in the upright. Mm. Talks about being an entrepreneur, trying to overcome challenges, career focused. I feel this is talking about him. He more um, um, focused on his career and try to be mature and the leader and the authoritarian, the father figure in the um, in the home. Just be strong and just try to keep the home together. You have kids and that's what he focused on. Justice in reverse. This came out too a lot when I did the pre-reading with him. Um, this is a card of guilt, dishonesty, pardon me, lack of accountability and punishment. So justice in reverse. Um, okay, tell me more about this lack of accountability and dishonesty. Was your wife? You feel dishonest? Yeah. There's his wife. The card of earthy personal home body, um, a wife, and you have the Six of Cups in reverse, and that talks about like living in the past. You know, in the upright is like a playful two. Could even be young loves, but in reverse, it's like um, the opposite of that. Like living in the past is the negative of happy, nostalgic times. Basically. And then we have got this a lot in upright and reverse. This is the Seven of Cups, and this is the card, the luxury card, and the greed and the wanting, the wanting the high society, wanting the high, the life and all the Hollywood stuff. Got that card a lot. So, um, again, I think it's basically everything I told you guys earlier is what's coming out here again. That in the relationship, it seems to be things weren't great. Um, um, his wife wanted, this is also the Empress can be a pregnant, wife and that. So the wife is kind of homebound, doing her thing, it has to be the home wife. And he's trying to make the money. He's trying to get out there and keep everything to the way she wants life to be, which is this, you know. But it's a struggle. Let's take some more cards. It was a struggle for him. I think that's enough on him and his wife. So basically, things weren't great at the end. A lot of financial problems. He could not live up to the Hollywood life. He could not live up to the financial part of Hollywood and living that life for his wife. More for his wife, I'd say, because he would have been more than happy to move to some country town, to move to some other Midwest and live his life with all the money they have thus far, type thing. But it felt like she wanted more the Hollywood life or more the high status type life, and he did not seem to provide that for her, and it was weighing on him. But what I do want to know: did you owe money to anybody at the end, like more than a bank, like a loan shark type thing might have come collecting at the end? Did you owe money to unsavory type people? Let's say some cards. I won't go back. We got the higher hierophant again. Reverse. This keeps talking about being non-conformist. Like upright, it talks about normal, religion, normal conformity, and marriage and stuff. And in reverse is the opposite of that. Going against the grain, unconventional stuff, misconceptions. This came up a lot too when I asked him about his relationship with Diddy, which is so I don't know if someone, yeah, I don't know. That card is either related to money and or his relationship with certain people in Hollywood. And I asked him about like knowing and his relationship with Diddy. The High Priestess. Let's take some more cards. So the question is, did you owe money to some unsavory type people in Hollywood? Say, who'd you owe money to in Hollywood, Stephen? Was it the, or did it have anything to do with you passing? People you owed money to in Hollywood. Let's do a yes or no. That would be easier. Tell me, yes or no, did you owe money to someone other than a bank? Your time of passing. You owe money to someone other than a bank. Your time of passing. Which Stephen Boss. You owe money to someone other than a bank, Stephen. Your time of passing. Yes or no? Oh, there we go. Yes, you did. Okay. Does this person, the entity person, whoever you owe money to, at your time of passing, see, this is a yes. The yes is up here in the corner of these cards. So yes or no, or maybe. So he's saying he did owe money to someone other than the bank at the time of passing. And is this person or people that you owed money to have anything to do with your passing? Either literally or in your mind, you know, and that you were worried about having to pay them. Did these people that you owed money to that weren't a bank have anything to do with your passive? Yes or no? There we go. We got yes. Yes is right here, the bottom of this card. He says yes. Person, the people you owed money to at the end of his life that wasn't a bank has something to do with his passing. Now, the question is, did they physically actually take out? Oh, two cards came out. I might have to redo this. No and no. They didn't physically take you out. Were you worried about paying them? This is why you unalived yourself. Yes or no? Were you worried about them? Maybe. Okay. Did you unalive yourself, Stephen? Yes. Let's see. Let's try that again. Did you unalive yourself, Stephen? What? Question is, Stephen, did you unalive yourself? Yes or no? Did you unalive yourself, Stephen? Yes or no? Did you take that pow pow? I guess we got to call it here on YouTube. Like they said, do your head and unalive yourself, Stephen. A whole bunch of cards came out. I only do one. Did you unalive yourself, Stephen? Okay, we got one. Yes. Okay. So you did. All right. And did it have to do with these financial problems? Did you unalive yourself, Stephen? It had to do with these financial problems. Did you unalive yourself, Stephen, had to do with these financial problems? Maybe. Did you unalive yourself? It had to do with your marriage, problems in your marriage. Listen, did you unalive yourself kids for your marriage and problems in your marriage, Stephen? Was it a combination of things, Stephen, that you unalived yourself? Yes or no? I feel like you're not. It's not just one thing. It feels like what do we got here? Yes, yeah. I think it's a combination of things that cause you to kill. Unalive yourself, right? Okay, so let's ask you some more yes no questions. Um, did you and Mr. Sean Combs or Diddy have a sexual relationship? A bunch of stuff coming out here. Self love. Is this I'm trying to say? Self love, disharmony, imbalance. Yeah, I know. He's saying the lovers in reverse. Um, the reason of his unaliving is he didn't have self love. There was no harmony in the he there was an imbalance in his relationship with his wife and in life in general, like in everything. Um, he was suffering, you know, had a lot of fears, a lot of commitments. He just could not feel he can live up to. Yeah. Okay. What's this? Yeah, balance. Two of Pentacles, multiple priorities, no time to do them all, trying to balance things. I got it. I got it. Um, talk about your relationship with Diddy, Sean Combs. Was it a sexual relationship? Let's get right to it. Was it a sexual relationship with Sean Combs? Have you ever, yes or no, have you ever had sexual relationship with Diddy? Two of them came out here. We got yes, yes and no. Yes. Oh, we're gonna have to redo that. Okay. First card was a yes. I'll ask you again. Have you ever had sexual relationship with Sean Combs? Diddy? Yes or no? Nothing to hide now, right? Not like you. Where you are now, he doesn't know, right? He knows. Yes. Got yes up on the top here. Yes. Okay. Was it still occurring the end of your life? Yes. He told me that last reading too. He did tell me. That's when I had to stop because it was getting a lot. Because you actually, in the last reading, was telling me that, um, I mean, not that he's necessarily biased. I don't know. Let's ask him. Okay. So, yes, you say yes. What's all this? Hierophant, the tower. These all came up last time too. The hermit, the emperor. This is how Diddy is. Yeah, he had told me this before that he's authoritarian. Um, you know, uh, Diddy's the emperor is what he told me. That the hermit, he did a little soul searching about situations. The tower. I think basically if destruction. Like if you had to do what you needed to do, or else, um, yeah, just about releasing the negative thoughts. It's a heavy read when I read with him. That's why I had to stop. I mean, I appreciate trying to get the message out for him, and he does want to speak. He really does have a lot to say. If I do reading on him again, but he recovery from financial loss. Got the he sent us a five of pentacles. And spiritual poverty too. This could be um tell me about your relationship with Sean Combs, Diddy. Can you give me some cards on that? That's the Knight of Pentacles. Hard work, um, productive, routine. All right. Were you expected to do sexual things that you did not want to do? You talk about that. Were you meant to do sexual things that you did not want to do with Sean Combs, aka Diddy, P Diddy, whatever? We make you do sexual things with Sean Combs that you did not to do. Victory card. Okay, so we got Six of Wands. This is a yes card too. Yes on the bottom. Um, public recognition, victory, progress. So basically, you needed to do that too to get the recognition that you wanted. All right, and pass. And to pass. Lottie picking to pass. Okay, so yes. And I want to know one more question on that before you're passing. Are you still having sexual relations with with Biddy? Knight of Pentacles, hard work, productive. Yeah, yeah, I've got that, and that's a yes card too. So yes. Okay. All right. What else we want to know? You talk about Ellen. Of course, we can't miss out Ellen. Oh, sorry. Let me ask you one more thing. Were you ever in attendance of a freak-off party? Yes or no? Did you ever go to one of those Diddy freak-off parties? Yes or no? Did you ever attend one of those Diddy freak-off parties? Yes or no? Yeah, let's take that card. Yes. Right on the bottom. Yes, he did. Mhm. All right. And do you think there was tapes of you? That came out quick. Yes. Tapes of him at the Diddy party. Were you being blackmailed regarding those freak off tapes? Well, that came out quick. Yes. And this one again, the hard work card. You're being blackmailed. Is that why you passed away? Unalived yourself? Because you were being blackmailed regarding this Diddy stuff and the freak off tapes and all that? Were you being blackmailed? Were you being blackmailed? Oh, there we go. Yes. Wow. Oh my God. Wow. Okay, so yes, he did go to a freak off party. He was being blackmailed. Okay. Okay. So regarding the freak off parties, were you expected or did you do, how do I put this? uh, did I ask if you're in a sexual relationship with Diddy? I think I did. Were you in a sexual relationship specifically with Diddy? Let's ask you again. Were you in a sexual relationship specifically with Diddy? No. So were you in a sexual relationship with some male? Inner turmoil, secrets. Maybe that card is about that. Inner turmoil. Let's ask again. Were you in a sexual relationship specifically with P. Diddy? Yes. And you talking about inner turmoil though. This card came up. You had given me first was the Nine of Swords, and he's talking about inner turmoil, inner turmoil, secrets, having a lot of fears around this whole thing. So this whole freak off thing could be more so than anything else. Um, the reason for his unaliving. If a lot of his money revolved around all that and those kind of gatekeepers and things were going to be exposed and come out in a negative way, I think this is what could have possibly been the reason. Is this the reason for your unaliving, Twitch? About this whole freak off parties and it coming out publicly talking about that. Is this yes or no? Is this the reason for your unaliving? A bunch of things came out. We got a yes on the top. Okay, so we've asked him that a few times. Okay, did you consider yourself bisexual, Stephen? Did you consider yourself bisexual? Yes or no? Would you consider yourself bisexual, Stephen? No, but you're made to do bisexual stuff. But were you made to do stuff with other males, Stephen? Yes or no? Were you made to do stuff with other male? There's a card. Yes. Yes is right here. Okay, so yes, he was. Okay. Did your wife know about this? Maybe she was in the Freakoffs, for all I know. Just ask that. Was your wife part- participated? Yeah? Yes. So your wife was part of the Freakoff stuffs too. Guess you kind of had to in Hollywood, right? Okay, so what else you want to know today, Stephen? Okay, let's talk about Ellen. We never talked about Ellen yet. Did you enjoy working with Ellen? Here's the card. That's a yes. It's a card of abundance, opportunities, new career. So financially, it was good working for Ellen. You prospered at that time. Yes, I get that from the Ace of Pentacles. Were you friends with Ellen near the end of your life? You and Ellen still close friends, good friends, all good? Yes or no? Or whatever card you want to give me here. Were things good with you and Ellen? Generous at the end of your life. Give a card. Yeah. So a knight, Nine of Cups. Satisfaction, contentment, stable, gratitude, card of gratitude. So you okay. So leave it at that with her right now. So let's just talk a bit about your kids. I guess. I mean, how you feel right now? I guess you miss your kids, or is this? So this is the High Priestess. He gave me hair upright. So this just talks about like intuition and um, you know, basically I believe he's saying there like he's around them all the time, part of like being a psychic and that kind of thing. So um and there's this nine of wands in reverse, scattered energy, delays, frustration, anger. So maybe he's a bit mad, obviously that he's not around them, he can see them, he's not on this side of the plane to be around them daily. Let this happen, but okay. I have a question. Was your wife having an affair that you know of or you suspected near the end of your life? Yes or no? Do you feel your wife was seeing someone else before your unaliving? Yes. Yes, at the bottom there. You feel his wife was, do you know for sure if she was in a relationship with someone else? Pardon me, at the end of your relationship, the end of your life, was your wife also seeing someone else? You know for sure. Did you know for sure? It's a question. He's saying you felt she had an affair. Did you know for sure that she was having an affair at the end of your life? Yes or no? Did you know for sure if your wife was having an affair at the end of your life? Which maybe. So you weren't sure. And this is a card of traditions like marriage, and you get the Hierophant. Hierophant came out again, so that's a card of traditions, marriage, relationship, like conforming to. So she was still acting married, basically, and you guys just had your wedding anniversary, didn't you? But you felt she was having an affair. Okay, we'll leave it at that for now. We can dive into that maybe a bit deeper another time. Um, how do you feel right now about her new her new man? She's in Utah. She's got a new love, new rich guy out there. So got a new gentleman out there. How do you feel about a relationship? Give me some cards. Talk about how you feel. Your wife Elsa in your relationship right now. We got the devil card. Uh so and I think he's just saying this card is releasing bonds. So he's saying he has no ties to her. Like she can do what she wants, basically. Detached, he's free, he's no resentment. Like you do what she wants at this point. Talk more about that, Stephen. How do you feel about Allison and her new relationship? She's saying that's the love of her life. I hate to tell you. We got the King of Swords upright. Yeah, King of Swords. So this talks about a person that rules by their head, not their heart. So that would be her. That was a king. It still could be her. And that could be him too. I mean, he might have, that might be talking about the type of person he is. Authoritarian. You know, tell me more. How you feel about your wife being with this new man? He says he's the love of her life now. New rich guy in Utah. How do you feel about that, Stephen? How you feel about your wife and her new man? Are you happy about it? You care? I gotta do yes and no though. Why don't you give me a couple more cards here? Give me three opinions. Painful ending. Got it. Betrayal. He gave me the Ten of Swords upright. Painful endings, betrayal, Yeah, for calling him the love of her life would be wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. Anything else you have to say about it? Maybe one more card. Become anything else? Any other opinion on it? It is a betrayal. It pretty much sums it up. 10 of Swords is the answer to that one. How he feels about that. Painful ending, betrayal, deep wounds, and this is a 5 of Wands. Um, agreeing to disagree. All right, good. Okay, good enough. Thank you. Uh, what else? I think that's it for today. What else we got here? Any other parting messages right now, Stephen? We'll talk again and allow you to give messages again to the collective. But anything you want to impart that you really want people to know about the whole ending life? Bunch of stuff come out here. Let's see what we got. We have here the 10 of Cups. What's this? Love. Oh, family love. Yeah. So he gave the 10 of Cups. So this is basically saying love for his family, love for his kids. He wants me to give that message. He's sending love to his family, love to his kids. So his mom, brothers, all that. If he has a sister, I look up all that. Um, this came out underneath though. Pardon me. Ace of Wands and the 7 of Swords in reverse. Well, 7 of Swords in reverse could be talk um, about secrets still. Someone's still keeping secrets, deceptive. So there might be still something hiding regarding his passing and things around his life. It sounds like I think his wife is keeping, I feel, secrets. It's the 7 of Swords in reverse. I think this deception and hidden information and secrets is his wife got some things that she knows that she's not letting people know the truth about. Um, then the Ace of Wands. Uh, this is about new beginnings, growth. I feel that's how he's feeling right now. What's going on with him right now? So that's a good place to end, actually. Thank you, Stephen, for coming forth, and I hope you guys enjoyed that reading. That was good. Um, yeah, I enjoyed that reading. We got a lot of answers, and everything I basically told you ahead of time for my pre-reading with him, he basically says again, So, but I'm definitely gonna read with him again. Soon, shortly, maybe in a month or so. I'm gonna do some other people. So thank you to Stephen Laurel Boss, aka Twitch, for coming forth and giving us some information. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading with him. Have a good day.